All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol ZOM, Zomedica Corp. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all the subscribers, welcome back. And as we jump into this chart, I just want to quickly announce that I have a Twitter account now. You can definitely follow me. The link will be down below in the description. And I have a new ticker symbol for you guys to add to your watch list. I've been talking about WBA, Walgreens Boots Alliance Inc. in the previous videos. I have a new ticker symbol to share with you guys, so stay tuned for that till the end of this video so that I can go ahead and share it with you guys. But for now, let's jump in on Zomedica Corp stock, ZOM, and let's see what the chart is showing us. So the first thing I want to point out is the fact that here we see resistance getting broken through. It was used as support and it broke away from there, and it continued to run up. Now, this doesn't happen every single time, but for the most part, when resistance levels are broken through and sat on just nicely like that, how the chart is showing us, you could see how it was used as support to continue the run. But in general, when a resistance level is broken through, the stock will start to push up if it uses it as support to newer highs. This is why I like chart analysis. A lot of people will disagree with me. A lot of people will agree with me. It all depends on your trading style and perspective on charts. I believe charts are literally the raw data and quieting the noise from news, hype, and speculation, and lets you focus in and focus on what needs to be known to go ahead and make a rational decision as an investor. So pretty cool to see that. Happens most of the time when resistance levels are clearly used as support and it continues to push up. So let's see our new points here on the graph, and I want us to talk about some things before we jump into our resistance and support. The first thing I want to talk about is the lowest point here, 34.93, literally 35 cents. If that gets broken through, this could start to see newer lows, so you want to have that number of the lower spectrum in mind if the volatility goes in that direction. And the highest point reached was up here at 58.90, and then the second highest point before this dip here and now before this slight recovery run is here at 52.53. So I've talked in my previous videos that yes, it's been going slightly downwards, but it was looking healthy, that it was moving sideways, and that we would see some consolidation before the next run. And here we are. We're seeing it run up. We're sitting now at 47.50, and we have some important numbers to look at. So before we look at the resistance and support, I want us to look at the 50-day moving average, and that's 42.27. Let's see if I can land exactly on it. No, it jumps around. But 42.27 is our 50-day moving average. If that gets crossed, this could start to end up in bearish territory, and we need to watch it carefully, how it reacts between support and the 50-day moving average. And if the 50-day moving average gets crossed, your next support level to watch much more closer to the 50-day moving average is 39.22 to see if the bears are trying to reappear and pull it down even more, or are the bulls trying to reappear to pull it back up. So it's going to be important to watch for that. So our support level is 43.51. If that gets crossed, there's a really small window between support and the 50-day moving average to see if the bulls can pull this right back up, or are the bears going to tear this down even further. So it's going to be so important to keep that in mind. Yes, this is bullish territory, but between support and the 50-day moving average, you could start to see the bears gain control or the bulls fight for control upwards. So this is tug of war zone here. So we need to watch it very carefully, how the stock's behaving, how quickly is it moving down, and are the bulls trying to reappear. Now, our resistance up here is at this point, the highest point reached, and that's 50 cents. If 50 cents gets crossed, we're currently at 47.50. If 50 cents gets crossed and get turned into a support, we can start to see this pull up, continue the momentum, and reach newer highs. Now, I do want to emphasize to all investors, this resistance level needs to be broken through so that the 50-day moving average does not catch up to the price. Very, very important. We need to watch this carefully. We need to see how this reacts, and that the bulls break through 50 cents, because the 50-day moving average is not stopping for anyone, and it's going to continue to work its way up, and it could possibly turn this into bearish territory by default by crossing over it and ending up above it. So 50 cents definitely needs to be crossed, turn into a support, and the bulls need to pull up away from that point to reach newer highs and new resistance levels. As always, if you found this information helpful and informative, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, click on the bell to not miss a single video that I post, share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. For those of you that have stayed to this point and are interested in knowing more about the stock, that I suggest putting on your watch list and putting on your radar, other than Walgreens, the stock is ALGM. Some of you might be like, what? ALGM? Never heard of it, or wow, that caught me by surprise. Well, I do a full thorough analysis on that stock. If you're interested in knowing more about the video, just comment down below so I can share the link with you. But definitely put that on your radar. Do your due diligence. Do your research. It's already went up from $24 to $29 since I talked about it. I believe it has more room, and analysis are saying it has more room, which I go into more detail in that video. And I also talk about another ticker symbol in that video that you might want to put on your radar as well. But ALGM is the stock to go ahead and add to your watch list. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money. At the end of this video, there's going to be a pop-up video, and in that video, I will be discussing about the S&P 500 index and how it's been rising several points on scheduled dates. As you see here on the graph, these circles are the dates that the pumps have happened, and I use them as examples to show you guys how much the stocks have risen, and the S&P 500 index rose on those dates. And the reason why it's rising is due to the fact that the Federal Reserve is pumping the markets. On these dates, the charts and the dates speak for themselves, as we can see it here, and I break it down into more detail in the video. But just to summarize it, on these dates, the S&P 500 rises, and there's individual ticker symbols rising up with it, anywhere from 30 cents to $3 per share. I know it may not seem like a lot, but per share that does add up, and these individual ticker symbols are giving you back profits. These are profits, and like I always say, profits are profits. Whether it's $1 put into the market and you get back $2, you've put in an initial investment and you got back more than what you started with. That's what it's all about. And also in the video, I go into further detail showing you guys these dates and showing you how much it rose. Like, for example, this was one of the last pump dates, and the lowest point that it reached was down here at 35.11, and the highest point reached was 35.57. That's like a 40-point jump. And here we're seeing the same thing. It went down to 35.88, and it rose up to about, I'd say, let's see, this is all still in the same day. It rose up to about a total amount of 36.23. When you do the math, that's almost a 40 to 50 point jump, and there's individual ticker symbols rising up with this. Now, I'm not there to guarantee you profits. I'm not there to tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything in particular. I'm just here to inform every single investor on the great news, on the opportunity to maximize profits and minimize losses. You have to do your due diligence and research, but these charts and the dates speak for themselves. I mean, this was probably one of the largest jumps that I've seen in the last couple of pumps, and it was down here at 33.02, and it rose up to about 33.88. That was an 80-point jump. There was probably ticker symbols rising up more than $3 per share on those dates. And even on these dates, there's individual ticker symbols rising more than $3 per share. Check it out, see for yourselves, and my best advice is look for ticker symbols that may be resembling the behavior of the S&P 500 index, and you'll be able to go ahead and give it a shot. Check it out. Again, I'm not there to tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything in particular. I'm not there to guarantee you profits. I'm just here to go ahead and share the information along with every single viewer and investor. The video should be popping up soon. If you haven't seen it already, pop up there is the link down below in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.